Hi there, I'm Anthony, this is Tom. We're from A40 Group. We're Melbourne-based builders and we've been building this Sicilia 30 panorama you can see behind us at the Tiny Home Expo. Today, generally the feedback has been excellent. The depth of these at 3.7 meters feels very roomy inside, whereas traditionally with some of the other smaller houses, the width of them feels a little bit restricted and maybe a little more claustrophobic. So these cabins being timber as well, there's a very nice feel to them. The Baltic spruce, sustainably sourced from Finland, is a nice light timber and it makes the cabin feel really light and airy. One of the big advantages about building with a mass timber home is it is the most sustainable way you can build these days. And with building with mass timber, you're actually removing CO2 from the atmosphere rather than adding to it as you are with some more traditional building. So that's always been a big advantage. There's a range of cabins and granite flats, anything from 10 square meters all the way up to 60 square meter living areas, 2 bedrooms. Within that range though, we can customize to suit any of the client's needs, whether that be putting in additional rooms, window placement needs to be moved, that can be done. So yeah, another beauty of these is that they are very customizable as well.
Well, with the cost of rent and the difficulty with kids to find places to live in, I see this in our backyard. We've got the space, we could put them in there, they could go to uni, they could live there independently.
I think we're really looking for a way to live sustainably and live more consciously, and I guess live a simpler life, but in that simplicity have something that still looks really, really nice. Which this house just looks beautiful, especially the bedroom.
I guess for me, I'm looking to put it on some land and then just Airbnb it and come and go, live in it, things like that.
We just want something that fits into nature rather than that stands out. And then the properties that we're looking at have so many trees as well. So something that would fit amongst the trees without taking over too much floor space.
The thing that impresses people is the speed of the build. So once we put the subfloor down, which is a pretty traditional house build, the walls can go up anything from 1 day to 3 days depending on the size of the cabin or the granny flat.
Building with mass timber, we can achieve a bushfire attack level of 29 by adding a coating to the exterior of the logs.
The soundproofing, I think, is a really cool feature to have. Being a sound engineer, I think that's super cool to be able to be in one room and not necessarily be able to hear what's going on in the other room.
It feels very solid and it looks solid, and I quite like that.
And yeah, just all the natural light.
Oh yeah, open, nice and open area.
Yeah, I'm living too. Yeah.
Yep.
When we walked in, it felt like a home. It felt very cozy, whereas the tiny houses sometimes feel like caravans, but this felt like it was a real cozy home. And
You can just imagine being on a farm or something and just opening it up and getting a whiff of fresh air, and yeah, it's really beautiful.